Welcome again to another edition of Biro's Sports Talk. I'm your host, as always, Biro, and got a mirror.
Welcome again to another edition of Biro's
shout out
Sports
once
Talk.
again to
I'm your
Evo
host, as
Retro
always, Biro.
for all your
And
gaming needs. Gaming accessories. I have a nice controller, Switch. I also have a nice racing
all your gaming needs.
controller for racing games.
Gaming accessories. I have a nice
Gaming merch. They have hats. I have a sweatshirt that says Evo Retro. Let's game on. And let's not forget. Whoa.
I have a sweatshirt.
Okay. Did not see that. Oh man, too many things going on there. All right. As I was saying, Evo Retro, all your gaming needs. Yeah, there we go. All right. All your gaming needs, and let's not forget the most important thing. Funko Pop protectors, your gaming protectors. As you can see, got some Funko Pops off to the side to my left. So anyways, let's get started. And of course, let's not forget I am your host, Biro. As I said, giving Streamlabs another shot, even though they never got back to me about recovering my scenes. Luckily, most of my scenes are simple. If you have questions, board questions, you want answers, you need anything of that nature, feel free to reach out at BiroSportsTalk.com. And let's not forget our show outlets, or, the socials, the Twitter, on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram. We're everywhere, It's all good. So, let's reflect on something. Yeah, the epic win, the pure joy of accomplishing something I've never done. I beat Mario for the first time. Yes, it's the Super Mario Brothers All-Star Edition. Yes, it's still the same first game, just with reskins, but I beat it, and that's what matters to me anyways. So, I was able to beat it. Where does that take us for Biro Gaming? I don't know. There's opportunities for tomorrow for sure, because there's always opportunities. And let's not forget that there's tons of games out there. We could go retro. I have a lot of retro games, sports games. Definitely a lot of sports games. You name it. I probably have a copy in some shape or form. I know for a lot of the older stuff, I'm starting to collect it again. Starting to get actual older games that I missed out on because all I wanted to play were sports games. So, as we talk about today, though, we have the obvious option here of the NBA trade deadline. So the trade deadline was, of course, happening today. Some big news in trades, of course. So let's talk about these trades. So the one that everyone was talking about for days, James Harden and Ben Simmons were in a trade. What are the aftermath of some of these other trades? So on and so forth. I just want to know who all got traded. I don't need the buzz. There we go. There we go. That's what I needed. All right, so. Well, geez. All I want is a trade tracker. It's so hard. I don't know why it's so hard. But, here we go. Trade deadline has passed. What trades happened? Dennis Schroeder got traded. Schroeder, very good point guard. just didn't mesh well with the Celtics, I suppose. He's going to the Rockets. Along with him, there's Ennis Freedom, Bruno Fernando, and the Celtics get Daniel Tice. Now these are today. So the Wizards get Kristaps Porzingis, so Luka's former running mate, a future second-round pick, while the Mavericks get Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans. Now, I like this one because Porzingis was just not it for the Mavs. I also like Schroeder going to the Rockets. Schroeder's a good player. He probably just didn't mesh well with the Celtics. I wish I followed a little closer, but it's been football. For the Hornets gets Montrezl Harrell. The Wizards get Ish Smith and Vernon Carey Jr. Ooh. Another trade. Suns, Pacers. Pacers get Jalen Smith and a future second-round pick. Suns get Torrey Craig. And let's not forget some more. Man, there's a lot of trades. A lot of these probably are under the radar trades. So we're going to try to go over them a little quicker. Celtics get Derek White from the Spurs. Josh Richardson, Romeo Langford to the Spurs. First-round pick. Swap rights on the 2028 first-round pick. The 2022 first-round pick is protected 1-4. Nets Sixers agree, and this is the big trade. The Nets get Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, first-round pick in 2022, with the right to defer till 23, and first-round pick of 27, protected 1-8. Sixers get Harden and Millsap. Now, I look at this, and I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed in it. And I'll say that only because I look at it, I really don't know if James Harden deserved to be in this trade. I know he wasn't necessarily happy in his role. I think Harden has to be the point guard, and that's what it comes down to. He has to be the guy. I like Curry, though, for the Nets. Drummond will be interesting. Sixers, be interesting to see what they do with this mixed bag. I think it's better for the Sixers than it is for the Nets, only because Simmons, I just don't like Simmons for the Nets. Man, the Celtics were wheeling and dealing players. PJ Dozier, Bol going to the Magic, future second-round pick. In cash considerations, Celtics get a future second-round pick. Raptors traded Dragic to the Spurs. Thaddeus Young, Drew Eubanks, and of course some picks. The Bucks get Ibaka. This one was interesting. I like this one. Milwaukee Bucks get Ibaka. Kings get DiVincenzo, Trey Lyles, Josh Jackson. Clippers get Rodney Hood, Semi Ajulie. And the Pistons get Marvin Bagley III. I like this trade for all the teams because I like these players. Ibaka is going to be scary for the Bucks if he plays to what he's capable of. All interesting there. Miami opens up a roster spot, getting rid of KZ Okpala for draft pick. Weird, I thought I was hearing some buzzing as if someone was texting me. The Jazz had an interesting trade, of course, as well, as will the Trailblazers and Spurs. This one was interesting when I saw it. It was yesterday. Nikhil Alexander, Walker, and Honcho Gomez going to the Jazz. Thomas Satoransky going to the Spurs. Joe Ingles, Elijah Hughes to the Trailblazers. Another one from, this one was 2 days ago. Pacers and Kings. Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, Tristan Thompson to the Pacers. Kings get Domantas Sabonis, Jeremy Lamb, and Justin Holiday. Blazers, this one was big talk 2 days ago. CJ McCollum, Larry Nance Jr., Tony Snell, all going to the Pelicans. Trailblazers getting Josh Hart, Thomas Satoransky, who they traded away, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who they traded away, and Didi Louzada. Chris LeVert is now a Cavalier. The Cavs traded Ricky Rubio, who essentially was on injury reserve anyways, to the Pacers. Clippers get Robert Covington and Norman Powell from the Trailblazers, who get in return Eric Bledsoe, Justice Winslow, and Keon Johnson. And from there, we're going way back into January, which we talked about those trades. So we're good. Those were your trades at the trade deadline. Man, a lot of teams selling. Not expecting that with some of these teams. Not at all. So, what is next? Well, next in the NBA is their All-Star game now. There we go. Don't know what was going on there. That was a little weird as well. Oh, man. Trying to looky here. I can see how many people are watching. No one on Facebook, no one on YouTube, but hey, I got you 3 on Twitch, and I'm greatly appreciative of it. Because, you know, you got to start somewhere. We've been at the bottom for a while, so it's all good, man. It's all good. I was going to say, don't necessarily need that one telling me all that, so let's get that situated. Let's see. So, as I was saying, what's next for the NBA? We got the All-Star break coming up. Now that we got the trade deadline, you got Melo Ball going to be in the All-Star game. Who's the other replacement? Now I gotta find it, of course. And I don't see it, but we will talk about who got snubbed in the All-Star nominations. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So Bam Adebayo was snubbed. Jarrett Allen was snubbed. LaMelo ended up getting in. Jaylen Brown was snubbed. Anthony Davis, but he was injured, so I understand. Anthony Edwards snubbed. De'Aaron Fox, Kyrie probably because he didn't play much. DeJounte Murray, all snubs. Well, I believe Murray is the other one who ended up joining the All-Stars. Now I'm just trying to look at a few more things. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah. But, you know, it's All-Star games are starting to lose their appeal, I feel like. Yeah, some are good, some are bad, some people don't care. But what we're all wanting to know, because for some reason all I want is to get to the NFL. Sorry. There's the last thing to talk about for the NBA, just before we can move on to the grand NFL that we always talk about. The Heat are in first. Bucks second, Bulls third, tied with the Cavaliers in fourth. Sixers are right now fifth, Raptors sixth. In your 7 through 10, that's where you see the Celtics. That's where you see the Nets, who just were falling apart. Hornets are 9. Hawks are at 10. Washington Wizards right outside at 11. Knicks at 12. And then you got some more. Oh, excuse me. More of the Cell teams and the Pacers, Magic, and Pistons. On the West, Suns are in first. Warriors second. Grizzlies third. Jazz fourth. Mavericks sixth. Fifth. Nuggets are sixth. Sorry. Timberwolves seventh. Clippers 8. Lakers 9. Pelicans 10. Blazers and 11. Kings 12. Spurs 13. Thunder 14. Rockets last. Rockets aren't last in all. That would be the Pistons, but, breeze through those. Let's talk about a certain game. Just happens to be coming on Sunday. For being media week, it's been kind of quiet, honestly. Along with the Super Bowl, we got the awards coming up. But there just hasn't been a lot of talk. I mean, the talk of the town right now, and this is very biased, and I admit it's biased, but that's because of just the area I live. Everyone's wanting the Bengals to win here. They feel like they've suffered enough, and that is why they want them. So, anyways, back to literally all this. Oh, trust me, I have ESPN Plus. Yeah, now you're going to show me it. Alright. Sorry about that. Anyways, some predictions from the ESPN staff. This article, this first one just says ESPN staff is who's in talking about it. Of the 76 experts, 43 of the experts expect the Rams to win. 33 are going with the Bengals. The most common predicted final score was 27-24, which was predicted by 7 experts. The lowest combined total was 34 points, which would have been an 18-16 game. The largest margin of victory predicted was 22 points, 43-21. Highest combined score was 83, 45-38. But a majority at 57, or 56, sorry. Experts, if you want to count me, 57, said this game will be decided by a touchdown or less. So, though there's a lot predicting the Rams, there's the list of those going with the Bengals. The odds for Super Bowl MVP is Burrow, followed by Cup, followed by Stafford, Donald, 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 wow, Chase, Beckham Jr., T. Higgins, and Jalen Ramsey. So those are just the predictions and stuff. But what's the storylines and the previews going on? So first up, you have a story about Cooper Kupp, how he's raised his just his abilities. He's arguably the MVP just because of how much he means to the Rams. Yeah, that's interesting that would work against Mahomes. Sorry, I'm reading. But the real question with the Rams is, will the Bengals drop into 8 coverage? Now, if you're doing math, that means 3 people are rushing the quarterback. You're still gaining yards, but Stafford is less mobile than Mahomes. It'll be very interesting. Because the Bengals, when their defense steps up, they step up. But they have to control Cup. They got to control all these weapons. And that's funny. Will each team dare the other to run the ball? And I feel like, yes, both teams will try and run the ball. Yeah, and that's even worse. Looking at the Rams, they're going to be in almost full force. Joe Mixon, though, he should definitely see some carries for the Bengals. I mean, it's just what you do. But I'm sure if they get their backs to the wall, they're just going to let Burrow be Burrow. And that's also interesting. Do you put Jalen Ramsey on Jamar Chase? Probably. Or do you put him on T. Higgins? Both. Very good. Tyler Boyd? Also very good. But what do you do? Who do you cover? So yeah, it's very interesting. If you look at that perspective, I like this idea of they normally, like Ramsey, for a team comparable to the Bengals, he will play 50-50 on Chase and Higgins to the best of his abilities. So that'll be very, very interesting. Oh, excuse me. The empty attack and similarities, yeah, we know. Both offenses like to go empty for the most part. Bengals have been protecting. Both teams have injuries to their starting tight ends. They're both hurt, but they should be playing, if I remember correct. But right now, it's actually unclear if either will play. So it's CJ Uzomah or Tyler Higbee. So who's playing, who's not, we'll find out. Moving right along. This is also a very good question. How will the Bengals block Aaron Donald? So, he's considered the best defensive player in the game. Crazy good. Just all out. Just going to destroy this offensive line. I do think quick passes going outside of Darnold when he's inside will be best. And the fact is they have to block him. The problem with that, though, you have Von Miller, you have Leonard Floyd, you have other talented guys on the Rams that they have to consider. Yeah, both are going to be target. You know, the more you look at these two teams, they're not too far off from who they are. This is funny. Evan McPherson, playoff MVP? I mean, he's kicked so many last-second field goals. Has already set the record for most field goals in a postseason without a miss. He's 2 away from tying Adam Vinatieri for most in a single postseason with 14. He's also hit 2 52-yarders and a 54-yard attempt. Kicked game winners in back-to-back weeks. He is destroying it kicking-wise. So, all interesting. There's no need to really read anything. Super Bowl underdog similarity. Intriguing. Oh, that's why. They're comparing Joe Burrow with Joe Namath. What up? You just ate? Nice. The stream's been good. I essentially have all the scenes for this show. As you can see, as I switch through these real quick. But, again, had to build them 15 minutes before the show, so that's always fun. Hasn't been bad. So glad I was able to fix that right. The lucky thing is I already had the designs. I just had to re-implement them, so that's the only issue. So where was it? Oh, yes. Super Bowl. Do you go with the experience or do you go with the future? Obviously, I believe the Bengals are the future. If they continue drafting great players, building up a line for Joe that will last, you're telling me the Bengals don't have a shot? So, with that, I am actually going to call it a stream. Better question, who's going to have better passing stats between... You know Burrow's going to have a lot of stats, Diego.
Go Bengals!
Of course. The Bengals fan of the house, having the scream, go Bengals. But yeah. I do think Burrow will have better numbers. It'll be interesting to see where they go from there. I do expect it to be like a 27-24 game, just because it's how it's been this week. It's how it's going to be. And I've went this long trying to go against more yards. Definitely Burrow, man. Stafford's going to want to ball out, but they're going to try to run the ball a lot. You got Akers, you're going to run the ball. Knowing Joe and the Bengals, if they get behind, they're just going to start slinging it because that's what they do. Like, hear me out. If Stafford gets behind, last time he played the Bengals, which was... That's the thing. Let's see. They did not play during the regular season, so it wasn't 2021. You're going to say he had a record day. Now I got to find when they played them last. Let's see. It's probably 2020, though. Let's be honest. I see the Rams schedule for 2020, and I do not see... So you're going way back then, 2019. Do you even know when the last time they played the Bengals? Because right now, I am not seeing the Bengals anywhere. Let's try 2020 again. Yeah, last time the Rams played the Bengals, it was 2019. 24. It's been a minute, yeah. Joe Mixon was still there. Andy Dalton was still the quarterback. Oh my goodness, now I gotta... Cooper Kupp did have 7 receptions, 220 yards, 1 touchdown. So yes, he did go off, but I feel like he's gone off a lot this season already. And you're talking about a team that ended up picking number 1. So yeah, it's been a hot second. This is not the same Bengals that he went off against. Man, trying to bring stats in here and you're... Oh yeah, this one time, long ago. I'm just giving you a hard time. Of course, yeah, I know. Man, I'm more surprised that I can't find this game on ESPN's. There it is. Found it. But yeah, Kupp went off. Goff went off. we go to 2021, because now I'm curious. He had to have. Hey, he didn't. Yards wise, he did not go off. However, again, this is not the same defense that he went off against. Ooh. Oh, that's why. Oops. Yes, Kupp has been the top receiver in the playoffs so far. Stafford was best when he was behind, obviously, stat-wise. Now we're clicking the Bengals because why not? Because it will tell me how many stats or what stats I can bring up. Well, Burrow's done consistently very well. Looking at it though, I see 244, almost 350, and then 250 against the Chiefs. Honestly, he should have had so many more yards. And I say that because that first half, all they wanted to do was run the ball. The Rams, yes, Stafford has better stats. 202, 366, 337. But I still don't know how they barely beat the 49ers. Besides, the Niners have good defense. You know the Rams' defense is going to be good. And I'm more curious to see the Bengals' defense and how they put up with the Rams. Are they going to be like they were against the Chiefs, where they struggle and then they actually win? I like how I said I was going to get off like 10 minutes ago. But here we are, still going. But yeah, it'll be interesting. What would be more interesting is if I could get a call line and you could just call in, so that I'm not trying to read your messages on Twitch. Gotta ask the man the questions. I agree. You gotta. All right. But while I'm just sitting here, just sitting here. Yeah, I'm getting to a loss of words, so it's probably a good time to. I just saw this. We gotta look at this. Madden simulation picks. Have a great night, man. You too, Diego. Hope you have a great night too. Don't forget to fill out your form, because I still have to do that. Anyways, Madden simulation. So who does Madden have winning? Madden has the Bengals winning 24-21. It's missed the 2 Super Bowls before that incorrectly, picking the Rams to beat the Patriots and Patriots to beat the Eagles. Madden did get the Super Bowl correct when the New England Patriots beat the Falcons. Madden also was correct when the Chiefs beat the predicting a 37-27 Kansas City win, which ended up being a 31. That's what it was. So it's been hit or miss with Madden. Last year, it was wrong because the Buccaneers won. The year before, it was right with Mahomes beating the MVP. So, it was wrong, so now it's got to be right. That's how I'm going to look at it. But have a great night. I appreciate all who are on the stream. It means a lot that you're here. I hope you all get a happy moment like this. Got to show it off again. Because, it's hilarious. I find it funny. It brings a smile to my face because it's not often you get just pure joy captured on film. So, I'll see you guys next time. And just because, one more time, why not? Evo Retro. Gaming needs. I've said the spiel so many times. You know what it is. I will see you guys next time. Whether that's tomorrow, this weekend, next Thursday. But for sure, you'll hear about the Super Bowl. See ya.